I Don't Get It
Podcast. Hey guys, welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast, Ramble Edition 127.
Is it really 127?
I don't know. Like, what do you think it would be? Like, if we were just doing rambles?
We probably had like 60.
I would say
we probably
70,
had like
70 rambles.
Yeah.
I'd say about 81.
81? Well, I'm going to go through tonight and tally, and I'll get back to you on the actual statistics.
How the hell did you guys come up with numbers like that?
I don't know. This is what
I'm
came
going to say
out
like
of my mouth.
we do half rambles,
Yeah.
and we
And
used
then
to do a lot more.
we did more.
Exactly.
We did more
We
rambles
did
than
only
the beginning.
rambles like the first 4 months.
First 40 something.
Remember, Ashley, remember when you and I recorded our first one ever that never aired? And, and we remember,
Oh my God, you guys, they played it for me, and I go, this is awful.
wait, I wanted to say that.
I'm sorry.
You guys,
so
Ashley and I
true.
wrote down a bunch of stuff and we're like, okay, like, are we going to be able to fill like 30, 40 minutes an hour? And we wrote down like a bunch of obviously fast food stuff.
It was all food oriented.
And we literally talked.
It was
and then,
the sprinkle one. It was,
Oh,
do
yes.
sprinkles have flavor?
I think I'm too loud. We probably not.
Do sprinkles have flavor?
Yeah.
Those are one of our first
Ashley,
ones.
yeah, remember we argued over that
Oh,
so
yeah,
hard.
You're right.
And then, so
Lauren was like, I'm going to turn this off.
we had Ashley record and we're like so excited. We turned it off. And then Lauren's like, that was so bad.
I was
And
like,
me
my
and-
brain cells all died.
Me and Ashley were like, oh,
Still, like, I
no.
bet you if you were listening to these rambles, you'd
Absolutely.
still think that.
I just leaned into it, guys. I just leaned
Come
into
on,
it.
you think it's good.
No, I definitely think it's entertaining.
Do you
Okay.
guys think if we overheard three girls, I always think this, if we overheard three women talk the way we talk next to us, like at an airport, would you be annoyed by them, roll your eyes, be sad for the world, or would you be like, they're pretty cool?
sad for the
depends.
world and
I'd
laughing.
be sad for the world and
Probably
laughing.
both. Probably like I relate to them and like I hate the sound of it.
Yeah, exactly. And we just put it out in the world.
Yeah, but at the same time, Lauren and I listen to Chris D'Elia's podcast and he just rambles to himself and we
Yeah.
think it's entertaining.
But the most intellectual of thoughts.
I know. But, you know.
You're
like, with-
pretty intellectual, Lauren Iconetti.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think you are too.
Thanks, guys.
You're cerebral.
Cerebral. Oh my. We
God.
should just cancel
It
the
really
rest of
just
the
flubbed.
episode.
It really just flubbed out of my mouth.
Cerebral.
Cerebral. Sorry, my
Cerebral.
tongue wasn't prepared to get that in there.
Okay.
Okay, so I, like last time, have a nice list of I don't get it, and I know Naz had a date 2 nights ago that she's going to regale the story of with us for the
Well,
first
yeah,
time.
there's a couple guy updates I'll talk about later. But
kinda
let's do
wanna
I don't
start
get it
with them.
first.
Are you
I don't
sure?
know.
I
You
think you should
do?
start with them, yeah.
Fine. Okay,
Yeah.
so do you guys remember that professor in January
Yes.
that I spoke to for
The one that totally
a
ditched
week?
you.
Yeah. So long story short, I don't think I've ever shared this on the podcast. I talked to this guy for a week nonstop. We had
I think you did share.
I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. We had a 2-hour phone call. Basically, we never met up because of him. Like, he sort of made plans, it didn't make plans, and was like, oh, want to get coffee tomorrow morning? And I was like, well, I can't meet up till like 3. And he's like, oh, well, then I'm not free then or something.
Yeah.
When I had literally told him I was only free after 3, like weeks or the week before. And then I said, oh, he was like, can I let you know tomorrow? And I was like, oh, can you let me know now? Like, so I
Yeah.
can plan my day. And then he never responded.
Can you just like have a floater day tomorrow so I can maybe fill it if I
Yeah,
feel
like who has time to wait around for someone?
Yeah, that's like making you an option, not a priority.
Absolutely.
And it was so frustrating because I like invested so much time into this person that I actually thought was cute. I was actually excited about.
You invested thought.
We talked 2 hours
Yeah,
on
I
a
know.
phone. So anyways, we never meet. He never responds. I was livid. That was end of January. So a month has now gone by. He sends me this video. Oh, by the way, guys, he is a college professor at a major university in Southern California in psychology.
No way.
So he ghosts me or whatever you want to call it. Then he sends me this video of like this beautiful hike.
When
And
was this?
This was Tuesday.
Wait, is this the first time he's reached out? No. He reached
This is
out
the
a
first
couple
time? No.
I thought he reached out a couple days after he bailed on you.
No, he did.
He did.
He said
Go
something
back.
random, something that made no sense.
And
Oh, you're right about his
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Read your text.
No, look.
You deleted it then.
No.
Or went
He
to your
sent me.
computer.
Yeah, he sent me that working on my slides.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That was one time.
And
but
you
that
were
was
like, I'm not responding.
Yeah, that was like a couple days later.
Okay.
Wow, you guys
Yeah.
have such good memory. Anyways, whatever. It was. I didn't respond. So then he sends this video of this beautiful hike. Over a month later, let's go on this hike sometime, Naz. How are you?
No.
So I respond,
What the fuck?
hey, guy's name, I'm great. Hope you're well, too. That hike looks amazing. To be honest, I don't know if our time is come and gone already. I didn't really appreciate the way you handled our last interaction and meeting that never happened. And I'm not sure if I'm interested in investing time in an experience like that again. Doesn't respond.
Stop.
Like, what? Oh,
Psychology
so,
professor.
okay, tell me if you guys think I'm crazy. I'm actually thinking of doing this. We're only on like this world one. So like, I genuinely want to walk into his class and just hijack the room and like go straight rom-com and just say, how are you teaching students about the male and female psyche and you don't know how to communicate with someone? Like I'm so actually baffled.
I wonder what his like sect of the field he's in.
I think it's more in like baby and behavioral stuff, but still.
That's still very interesting. Why couldn't he respond to that?
What a weirdo. And then one of my friends said that there's guys out there that literally just want pen pals and have no intention of meeting up with people. And I'm like,
Weird.
I've never encountered this, even though I've encountered a lot of weird experiences. And I'm like, is this a new kind of thing now? I'm sure it's been happening for a while.
I don't think I've ever encountered a guy like that.
Why would someone just want to talk and never meet?
I don't know if it's...
Yeah, Lois, tell him. And he's not...
She said this shit's so dumb, she says.
And it's not... All right, love. It's not a catfish because I like Googled him and like the university and like his face is the same face. And I mean, wait, it could be a catfish, I guess. Anyway, so there's not much more to say about that except just another colossal waste of time. And I never knew that there's just guys out there that just want to plan on meeting but never actually meet.
If someone ever confronted me as hard as Naz confronts guys, I would be like, I am just so sorry. I did this. I had this going on. Make up any excuse so this person wouldn't hate me anymore. But guys, I'm not generalizing, but obviously I just said guys tend to just not respond.
I know.
They're like, oh, fuck this.
I know, exactly. They literally say, fuck this. They get stood up to. They're just like, pass.
Yeah,
they're
dodged a bullet.
like, what is an adjective for someone that just avoids things? Like, because even remember when I said no, you guys just reminded me that he texts something randomly different. It's so, is that like
he's trying to
sociopathic?
he's just breadcrumbing. He's trying to breadcrumb you, and you're not the breadcrumbing kind of girl.
weird.
That's what it
That's
is.
probably what it is.
So
But like,
weird.
who is the bread? I mean, some girls buy into it, sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's
He
so
wants to take me on a
bizarre.
hike.
Yeah, I know.
So guess what? He went on that hike without you. He could have asked you to go on that hike.
So,
But why are you
true.
thinking about me a month later when you never like responded as to why we never met in the first place?
Do you think he sleeps
Anyways,
with his students?
probably.
Is that illegal in college?
He's actually really
Is that
good
frowned
looking.
upon in
It's
college?
frowned upon.
It's frowned upon, but not illegal. Yes, it is. It
Oh.
must be.
No, they're
Lauren.
adults. It's not illegal.
It must
They
be
can
like
get
against
fired.
the code of conduct of the
Fine,
university.
against the code of conduct, not the American law.
Yeah,
The
you can't go.
United
Yeah,
States
you
law.
can't go to jail. Wow, that's interesting.
Okay, so ready? Let's talk about the other update.
Oh, the other day, there's nothing. There's nothing really there.
Where'd
It's
you
this
go?
guy
What
was
happened?
sushi in Venice. I was really excited about him. We actually
you went all
talked,
the way to Venice for him?
Yes.
Wow, good for you.
But I like wanted to go to this place, so I was like down. But he wanted to meet halfway, so it wasn't
Where's
like
his
weird.
way?
He lives on the west side.
But what's halfway? Like, where was
Oh,
he?
like Century City. We were gonna meet at Century City, but I was like, nah. So, anyways, I don't know. This guy was just. I can tell a lot about a guy on a date because they've obviously followed me on Instagram at this point. This is the world we live in now, and so. Some of them like ask me about what Heartbroken Anonymous is, and I can tell a lot about the kind of guy it is based on their reaction.
Oh,
So
okay.
like,
So
what's
it's
a good
actually like a
reaction?
great,
Yeah.
a good reaction would be someone like Jared, which would be like, "Oh my god, that's like
That's
really
amazing. Very
cool,"
good,
or
yeah.
like, or would open up, or be like, you know, I've had time. I don't know. There's no like scripted perfect answer, but just like a warm feeling,
Yeah, of
essentially.
course.
And this guy was sort of like.
He probably was like,
Laughy
"Man,
about
how
it."
damaged are you
Like,
to have to like form that?
It
It's probably
wasn't
what he
like
thought.
that. It was more just like laughy about it and not. And I'm like,
he didn't know what to say.
I'm like, that's like such a bad tone. Like you can think here's the thing with this guy where he failed. You can think whatever you want. It's a free country, but you don't. There's certain things you don't say on a first date or that you have to reveal. And he would say things like he's so well traveled, but he would be like, "Oh my god, like Muslim countries." Well, he's like, "Are you Muslim?" And I'm like, "What?" Like who says this? And he grew up in like San Diego, and he kept making like a Spanish accent, but
What
like
is
it
he?
wasn't
He looks
good.
Muslim.
He's Italian, and it was just
Italian
like.
making Spanish accents and
I was just like, this is so weird. It's not like we're friends, like where I know. And it like was so off, you know. And then he says was married before, and he's like, I would never get married again unless it was to have a family. I go,
duh.
no, but that's it. Like, you wouldn't marry someone because you love them.
Yeah.
And he goes,
children.
no. He's like, then I just be with them.
But
just
so
for
does
children.
he want children?
Yeah, he like wants a family. Like, right. So he just came
So he
up.
basically wants to get married because he wants to have a relationship,
wants
but he
to be
also have a
with someone.
family.
Yeah,
he
but
wants a relationship and a family,
Yeah.
so you're going to get married again.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, he made it seem like it wasn't for love at all. Like, he doesn't care about that.
Just for reproducing?
Just for reproducing. So he came off like kind of misogynistic. And then I could tell, like, I went to the bathroom because I was like, oh my God, this is so not my person that I want to be with. Like, I already know. And I could tell because when I came back from the bathroom, he's like, I know I get like word vomit and I know blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, like you are saying literally everything you should never say.
Did you say that?
No. In my head, I was so
Okay.
nice, and he doesn't know I feel this way. I said like, thanks for the date, whatever. I'm not going on a second date. Yeah. But it's unfortunate because I was really physically attracted to him. Like in my head, I was like, oh, maybe I'll make out with him tonight. But like, I was so grossed
So wait, I
out.
want to. When you were talking about heartbroken, honest,
Yeah,
was
like,
he
I'm
like,
still stuck on
Was
that.
he
Yeah.
like, what? So all these people sit in a circle?
No, he wasn't like
okay.
that. It wasn't like it wasn't. All these things are very subtle, but you know how like you feel an energy. It was more like that. So it wasn't like he was like this dick because he wasn't. But he would say like, "Oh, okay, like don't people need to like go to therapy for things like that?" Or like people actually like say, I don't know, like the way he was saying it just sort of was like, I don't know. I was like, oh, this is like this thing I started, and like we're on a first date. Like you can think that, but
For
what
him doing
what
anything
what do
other
you
than-
say out of your mouth? Like, oh, that's great. Like, why would you like
Saying,
say
"Oh, that's
what you're
great," is never
actually?
gonna-
What would like maybe hurt someone's feelings?
Right.
No, just...
And I'm not sensitive. You guys know this. It was just like an energy where I was like, and whatever. I could marry someone that doesn't like Heartbroken Anonymous.
No, look.
It was just like weird.
I'm annoyed at anyone who wouldn't have praise for that. Like, or like... I'm sorry.
Just
I
feel
wouldn't.
like warm, you know? Yeah.
Anyone who didn't like have grace in talking about that is like not somebody for you.
I think there's men that can be strong and sensitive, like Jared. We talked about this. And I think that's what I really want. And I think a lot of guys are like scared to ever admit they'd cry. And like he was very much more like that kind of guy,
Right.
which
And
is fine to
it's-
be. It's just not my kind of guy.
It's becoming
you know?
more prevalent to have those sensitive guys that feel more comfortable to be
Yeah.
sensitive.
I want someone like my dad.
yeah.
Yeah. So he just, that was it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Just
Well,
felt like
I think
he
that's
was
was
so,
the sushi good?
Sushi was bomb and it was free. So
I think it was a viable. You definitely have reason to not go out. And
Yeah, I'm
it's not
definitely-
like, oh no, so you're just trying to talk yourself out.
yeah,
of
and I'm
anything.
glad you say that because I was like, fuck, I hope I'm not like just being so picky. But yeah, I just know I don't want to be with someone like
Do you
that.
have any
There's no
other
point.
lined up?
No, I need to, but I am going to a wedding this weekend, so maybe I'll pick someone up there.
You guys know why we have a Rothy's ad every single podcast? It's because you guys buy Rothy's. Why? Because I do a fantastic job selling Rothy's. Because Rothy's fucking rocks.
Ashley
Whoa,
loves
I-
Rothy's so much. Every time we get an email about Rothy's and a sponsorship, Ashley's like the first to respond, and
like,
she's like,
give
"When?
me-
What's the code?"
Yeah, I was like, give me more free stuff. I talk you guys up so well because you guys are freaking awesome. You are made from recycled water bottles.
Saving
you've
the
saved-
planet.
What's the stat here?
It's a lot.
How many water bottles have they saved?
35 million water bottles.
35 million water bottles have been made to make your most comfortable flats ever because they don't cut up the back of your heel like every other flat in the world. They expand for people that have wide feet like me, and they have over $1,000. They have over 1,000 nearly perfect reviews. They're stylish, sustainable, comfortable, washable. Another great like. There's nothing wrong with these flats.
What
You can
I
wear
love
them
about
riddle
any
me.
situation.
I know. What I love about them is that they have so many different colors, prints, and patterns, and they're available in a range of styles. So, like, not only can you get the flat, I don't know if you guys listening know this, they have sneakers, loafers, points, all of them incredibly comfortable.
I just got a new pair and it looks like a ballet slipper because, you know, my like goal in life that is totally unattainable would be like to be a point dancer.
oh,
like
really?
The least
unattainable.
attainable
The least
dream
goal
someone
of
has
all
ever
time.
had.
Truly. So I thought, well, if I can't wear point shoes, I might as well wear, flats that look like ballet shoes.
So you could feel like a ballerina.
Yes, they have a new style. They have like these ties. So I got pink ones with little pink ties.
So cute.
Yeah, they're very cute.
I love
So
that.
You guys can go and check out Rothy's at rothys.com/get-it. Comfort, sustainability. These are the shoes you've been waiting for. rothys.com/get-it today. Oh, Lauren, I was thinking this. So since this is wacky, out of total right field, but I thought I'd bring it up on the podcast.
I'm scared
because it's about Naz and dating.
Wait.
So I've been
I'm scared.
I've been talking to one of Lauren and my old guy friends about being on The Bachelorette, and he's not going to be able to be on this season, but he's possibly gonna be in the running for next year.
Oh, do I know?
No.
Oh.
But I was talking to his friend about him being on the show because it was like we used to hang out with him and his like two best guy friends. And what if Naz met? I won't
Mike
drop his. Yeah.
Oh, I almost
Mike.
just said it.
What Mike?
Mike, yeah.
What if Naz?
fine, we can
So
say it.
he's
He
gonna
wouldn't give a fuck.
he's gonna be in LA next week.
Wait,
What
is
if
he
Naz-
great?
What if?
Yeah,
Naz,
he's pretty great.
Yeah, he's pretty great.
Yeah, why?
Wait.
What the fuck?
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking too.
Wait, I'm so excited.
He's a
Who
real
is
estate
this?
agent.
He makes a lot of money. Not that makes
Not
any
that that
difference, but
matters,
he's
dude.
very successful and
But he's
hardworking.
funny
And he's
and quick.
sensitive
He's
and like
sober.
nice. Yeah, that doesn't matter. I
Remember
dated
that one time you did think that it mattered?
No, because you know the guy that I've been like hooking up with
Yeah,
randomly
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Okay, well, remember how you had like a question about it at first because you were like, "How am I supposed
You
to?"
couldn't help but wonder.
You couldn't help but wonder.
Yeah, but that was when I met that guy I was hooking up
Yeah,
with.
and then you kind of like realized it wasn't
no,
an issue
of
at all.
course it's not. Well, I'd love to meet him as a person, not like with an expectation that like we like each other.
Fine.
Jared hates
No,
him
'cause you know I
he used to
hate
text.
that.
Jared like totally thought that he was like on a roster back when like
Oh,
Jared and I
really?
were just friends, and
Yeah.
he'd text me, and then Jared would be like, "A guy named Mike just texted you," and I'd be like, "Okay, like I kissed him as a 22-year-old."
Yeah.
Thanks,
Well,
thanks,
that's-
Mr. Mature.
That's so funny.
But yeah, so but
That's
you guys
hilarious.
should
Okay,
meet.
wait,
Yeah,
where
I
did
wanna
this
meet him.
where you started this? You said I've been talking to this
because I was
friend."
talking to Chad.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I was like, I really want Chad to be on The Bachelor.
Speaking of Bachelorette, Ashley, I know you probably talked about this at nauseum, but I'm like so excited for Claire to be Bachelorette because I hope she has a bunch of older guys and then
salt and pepper babies coming on
Salt
my
and pepper-
television screen.
Silver Foxes, George Clooney, where you at? And then I'm gonna go on because
And
he's
you get
gonna
a
be
Silver Fox.
older.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's all going to be dependent on whether Naz is allowed to, because I don't know if no producer has ever done it before, but is it even in your producer contract to be like, if you are a producer on the show, you can never appear as a cast member?
First of
on
all,
the show?
producers deserve love too.
Yeah.
And whatever I posted in the Facebook group because the casting for Love Is Blind season 2 came up, and I was
Yeah.
like, should I do this?
Yeah, we can get you in.
should I do it?
We can get you in so fast.
Yeah, but
because-
that's so weird. They get married so
You don't have to say
fast
yes.
or get
Just-
engaged
just date
so
through a
fast.
wall for a while.
Yeah, but in order to go to Mexico, then the girl has to like say yes to the proposal.
Okay, so what? They're gonna have 14 billion couples because they know the rules now. It's gonna be all fucked. They didn't
yeah,
know
that's
that
true.
before.
Yeah, I guess so.
They
Yeah,
just
that's
said, go
true.
date. If you get engaged, you get engaged.
That's-
They probably don't even tell them you get to
Oh,
go to
yeah.
Mexico now. You get a
Yeah.
wedding and all this stuff.
I'm not done with the show. I don't think you are either, right? Lauren, you finished it?
I finished it. I haven't seen the reunion yet. Which
Okay,
is
I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna download them all for the plane. But we're actually trying
Yes.
to get cast on the
Yeah.
podcast, guys. So
Yeah.
because I know everyone's obsessed with it.
I know, I can't believe it. It's just I can't believe because
Actually-
the show was taped in 2018,
Yeah.
and I've known about it since 2018 because
Oh,
the
you
publicist
did?
on the show is one of our good friends. Went to our wedding, and then she's just been like, "Yeah, we have this Netflix show with Nick and Vanessa."
Right.
And
Wait, and I'm obviously Nick Lachey. When he says that in episode 1,
I'm obviously.
Oh, yeah,
she
no,
goes,
it's so
I'm
funny.
Vanessa, and
Yeah,
he
what is
goes,
that?
and I'm obviously Nick Lachey. I fucking watched it 10 times, you guys. It was so funny.
That totally went over my head.
that's so weird. That why would they keep that in?
It's
'Cause
hilarious.
It's funny.
Yeah.
This is a very irreverent show. It's like the weirdest shit happens.
How much of a role does Nick and
They're on twice.
yeah,
I
they're
know,
barely
right?
on it.
They're on like twice. I was literally walking over to you. I'm like, why the fuck did they pay them for that show if they go, hi, I'm Vanessa and Nick, you know?
there's like no host.
Because I
They
guess
didn't
you
need a host.
need someone to sort of
they?
explain the rules.
They just say,
at
now
top,
that you're
I
in
think.
Mexico, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think you need someone to do it unless you do
They had, like, a voiceover.
Unless you do like
Yeah.
Love Island, where
Yeah.
my friend actually does a voiceover for Matt.
Oh, really?
That's random.
What was I going to say? But I don't want to go too deep into it, but I do want to talk to you guys about it, especially you, or no, all of us, because everyone was like, I think the concept is so incredible. And everyone's obviously like, such a great concept. You don't see the person, you fall in love with their
I
soul.
can't believe
Right?
it hasn't come together.
You know what I have been thinking about, though? And I don't know if this is just something, because I have a deeper voice. And I'm like, if a guy is a sweet talker, first of all, would he have an advantage? Yes. And if you have a deeper voice, imagine like a Gigi Hadid.
Yeah.
I feel like men, then they sort of judge you on your voice.
Well, yeah, that
what do you
one
think?
that
Do you think I'm off about
No,
this?
the
or-
girl
course not.
Jessica with the
high voice. I was like, that is like the kind of voice that guys love. That kind of voice, like they're always so drawn to it. It's like Claire.
Look,
Claire
yeah,
Crawley
yeah.
has
Your
that like
voice
voice that guys love.
goes
But do you
with your
think-
face.
You think?
Yes.
I feel like
Your
my voice.
voice goes with your face.
Oh,
I think
man.
everyone's does.
I think you're right.
So that's why
I don't think my voice goes to my face.
Yeah, but your face is beautiful, and so is your voice.
My voice is
you literally
manly.
talk for a
Your
living.
voice
Makes
is not
sense.
manly. Your voice
Okay.
is like, it's
But yours
Okay.
is way more girlier than mine.
Yours might be like deeper on a deeper octave, but it doesn't mean that you like doesn't. It sounds like a guy.
Lauren, you farted?
I really wanted to get it out, guys.
Is Lauren's deeper than mine? Yours is.
I don't remember.
Lauren
I don't
definitely.
remember what I sound
I don't
like.
smell a
Lauren
fart.
speaks less feminine than you do. Like with less feminine, like
S's
what's the
and inflections?
Inflections. Your inflections
Oh,
are
okay,
like less
cool.
feminine.
Do you guys think we do well on that show
Yes.
with our voices?
I do.
I think you both would.
You don't think you would?
Actually,
No.
we sound the same.
I think you sound better than me.
What? You have like the most feminine voice out of all three of us.
What?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the voice matches up with the face. When I close my eyes and I see these people dating, I know exactly what they look like, and that's why they're matched with each other.
You know
'Cause
what
they
we should
all
do? We should-
physically are very equal to each other.
That
We
is
should-
true, which
you're
I was
right.
so happy about. I was
Yeah.
like, no one's ending
No
up with
one's-
goobers on
Everyone's
this.
very happy.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, maybe I'll do this.
Well,
'cause-
also they didn't cast any ugly people. They're all attractive.
But they still match them exactly how I would pair them if I saw them, which is so crazy.
Yeah. You know what? What if we watched Love Is Blind? Like, what if we watched it with eye masks over
that's genius. We should watch season 2 blind.
And then you get, that's
yeah, we should watch
Yeah.
season 2 blind and see if we think that
it?
person
They're a match.
is what, or a match,
or what they
yeah.
look like.
Yeah.
Are we surprised after we get to know
Yes.
them? Should
Wait,
man,
wait,
I get
let's invent watch parties.
And then
That's
we'll be
really,
all
really
shocked when we get to see them both at the same
This
time.
is an interactive experience. We will be putting this on at a pop-up on Sunset Boulevard
Yes.
next season.
$100
Everyone
a
stay
ticket.
tuned.
They got to do this.
Watch Love Is Blind.
They better hurry up with that second season so we can do it.
It's like that blind leading the blind.
Sure, so they're casting now, and you're gonna do
So
it.
they're casting now, and I've been thinking about it. But who
Well,
knows?
if you
I
want,
probably
just
won't
let us
do it.
know, because
no, I
we-
probably won't.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
It could be really good for you.
It could be really good for me to not see them because I care more about soul. But what if I do see them and I'm like, ugh.
You'll be fine. You really are.
I
you'll
think
be
you're fine. You're very accepting.
I know, but then I'll be making out with someone I don't like, and then I'll be acting like I like them, and then I'll be fake because I won't want the world to hate me.
Then you just say no, thank you at the altar.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
All right. Anyways, that's
Okay.
my
All
Love Is
right.
Blind talk.
Beta bread.
So
Beta. I wore them.
Beta brand.
I wore them last week to some like worky thing, and I was just like, I can't believe this company. Like
This
they have done it.
company-
They figured it out.
Literally
So simple.
the best thing since, I'm not going to say sliced bread, I'm going to say Spanx, because this is the
Okay.
greatest
Yeah.
invention in life. Especially, I think just because I'm on camera, and sometimes when it's that time of the month, I feel extremely large, but I still have to dress up and wear something comfortable, and I hate putting on jeans. And
They
Beta
look
brand
so
is a
good.
dress pant, yoga
They're
pant.
classy. Actually, I have an audition after this podcast. I'm going to go just slip those on,
Yeah.
and I'm not even going to have to feel like I'm getting out of my sweat.
No, it feels like you're literally wearing a yoga pant, but you look like you're dressed up for the day. It's it's revolutionary. So, cross one thing off your list with Beta Brand's dress pant, yoga pants. They're perfect for the busy woman who wants to look great and doesn't have time to be distracted by uncomfortable clothing.
They come in a whole bunch of cuts, colors, styles. I have the black and white checkered, and I have the black one. And
I have the
then-
full black one with like, it sort of like goes out.
Those checker
Towards
ones
the
on
flare.
Beta brand?
The flare
Those
ones,
are
yeah.
super cute. I had no idea.
Yes.
Very good.
There you
They're
go.
amazing. So they have the boot cut, they have straight leg, they have skinny, cropped, more. Like I said, like there's flare. That might be the boot cut.
They also have that pair with 8 pockets, which is wild.
That is cool. And they have like, you guys, it looks like you're probably like, yoga band? Like what's distinguishing of it?
Right.
Well, they have fake buttons and fake loops and fake pockets to make them look like dress bands.
Right, but some of them actually do have real pockets. But right now, our listeners can get 20% off their first order when you go to betabrand.com/getit. That's 20% off your first order at betabrand.com/getit. Millions of women agree that these are the most comfortable pants you will ever wear to work, and Ashley, Naz, and Lauren agree. So go to betabrand.com/getit for 20% off.
Okay. So anything else?
Oh yeah, I also wanted to say, as a producer, the show's incredible, but as a producer, I am weary of, because they're already in a highly produced, manipulated situation, how real these conversations are, and if they're not, are they being produced by a producer on the side? Where if they have nothing to talk about, is someone like, hey, go in and ask Gianna about this, and then to me, that's like, you have to make a show at the end of the day, but also like, are these people really what we think they are?
That's true.
But they are together after a year. I don't want to spoil anything.
No, I know. They've been together for a year and a half.
No, we haven't said who,
They've
but
been
there
married
is someone.
for a year and a half.
I
They're a
didn't
couple
say
that's
who.
married.
Is there only one?
I don't know.
Well,
everyone has Instagram.
I've been closing my eyes. I've been blind to
Okay,
it.
that leads me to my first I don't get it. So we can get into I don't get it now.
No, wait, I'm not done with that for a second.
Okay, go
because
ahead.
what I think is so crazy about that show is because it's like the first love reality show that is bingey. People have like, I haven't watched
it's
it
not
yet.
the first
I
one.
haven't
It's the
watched
first
it yet.
viral big one. It's not the first one.
I know, but like I haven't watched it yet, and so many people haven't, and it's all word of mouth. But the thing is, everybody knows the ending. It's not like The Bachelor where you can like watch
seeing
it
these
week
people
to
go
week.
crazy is the entertaining thing.
I mean,
so
the
it doesn't-
concept
it's
is
not really about who ends up together in the end.
Well-
it's about the process.
Well, it is for me, and I'll explain to my I don't get it. But I truly feel like it's an incredible way to meet someone this day and age. You don't even see them. You know nothing about them. It's like so good. But my I don't get it is why people are so anxious to know the endings of The Bachelor, of Love is Blind. Like, I cannot stand people who spoil. I think it's so irritating.
Yeah.
And of course, like, sometimes I want to know things, but like, I don't know. I just feel like there's people out there that are like, this is what the end of The Bachelor is, or like, this is what I figured out, or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, don't you want to watch and like be shocked? Is that just me?
No, I think there's two different kinds of people. Ones who enjoy investigating and figuring it out and finding out on their own, and then ones that are just like, surprise me.
I guess investigating could be a fun game in itself, but I just think it's so like not fun to watch then. If someone told me the end of a movie, why would I go watch the movie then?
Other than this season, I normally kind of know the Bachelor ending, and I still find it pretty fun.
Really?
As much I don't find it as fun as I have this season.
It's
I've
not as
probably
jaw-dropping.
been more excited about like getting the episode in my inbox every week because I don't know the ending.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. Yeah. And I don't understand why people would not want that feeling.
Yeah, I don't understand either.
It's like so fun to
I
be
mean,
like,
I
holy
understand
shit.
Lauren's
That's
right.
definitely true.
People
You
do
know?
love sleuthing, and then they like try to figure like put puzzle pieces together to find out like them revealing the secret.
Yeah.
in their life.
Just
But
this day and age, like with Love is Blind and all this streaming stuff now, it's gotten so awful. I mean, even with we live on the West Coast, so even with the East Coast feed of Bachelor, you're in the middle of the episode, you're scrolling through your phone on commercial, and boom, there's the ending.
Boom,
It's
your
so
mom calls you. She says, "Can you believe that
annoying.
so and so got 11?"
I know. But whatever. That's okay. What's your I don't get it?
okay, well, I have a number of them. They're all very silly. We'll start with salmon. Okay, so I like don't get salmon. I've never. I used to eat it because I knew it was healthy, but I don't understand why it's like a thing that people order at restaurants. Like, yuck.
Yeah, I would never pick to eat it.
That's so crazy to me. You guys are
You've picked to
crazy.
eat it.
You guys are crazy. Salmon is so tasty if it's done well. We had this discussion. It's so hard to like cook stovetop salmon.
Yeah.
And like if salmon is not good, it's fucking
But if
awful.
you
But when
have
you
the
can get a good
choice-
piece of salmon that you cut with a fork that breaks down so easily and it's so juicy.
You gotta have the right sides with the salmon. But if you see a salmon on the menu and you see a nice what, piece of meat? If we're a
Steak.
pescatarian, maybe some shrimp. That
Like
sounds better.
I'd much rather
Lobster.
shrimp. I'd rather a cod. I'd rather lobster.
You rather
I'd
cod over salmon?
Oh, that's what I
She
actually...
does not speak for me.
Ew! Cod is literally the grossest fish.
What the fuck?
Ew! Next to scallops. Ugh.
I don't love scallops either. I'll say I do not like scallops, but I don't understand why whitefish like cod is so under salmon as far as people's palates go.
Let me defend whitefish for a second because I fucking
love
love
whitefish.
whitefish. I want to marry a Jewish
Then
man.
who
I
the-
love gefilte fish. I just think cod is nasty.
Name another white
tilapia.
fish. Tilapia.
Tilapia's
Like the
great.
exact same
I don't
thing
think
to
I
me.
ever
No,
had,
no.
I don't remember what
Cod
tastes
tastes like curtains.
Lauren.
That's
She
what I was
looking
looking at.
Lauren,
I don't know.
it's like if you have fish and chips, that's cod.
Oh, very enjoyable if it's
Oh,
fried.
we're talking
know.
about fried cod. Actually, that's different.
No, like buttered cod with olive oil on it too. Very good.
Buttered crayons are good. Anything in butter.
Well, also olive oil on your salmon.
what
You're not
about
having
salmon
a
and
bland
butter?
piece of
What about salmon and butter then?
yucky.
What about
yucky compared to a cod?
This makes no sense to me.
What about when you make salmon at home and then there's that
Jared's
whitish
about to press play on the blender.
on the blender?
No, do it now. All right. Well, I mean, I guess we'll just never agree on salmon.
The only thing is when Ashley makes a salmon on the stovetop.
Lauren,
that-
I know it's gross.
I'm
it's
just
not my
saying that there's like
specialty.
some white film that comes on.
There's always white film with salmon.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. And blood. Oh, all right. Enough,
Thank
Lauren.
you.
Enough.
I know.
Yeah. Well, salmon's really hard to make, but that's how I feel about salmon.
That's why it's one of Gordon Ramsay's like boil an egg, make
boil
make
an
a
egg,
perfect
yeah.
salmon.
Yeah,
You know,
it's extremely difficult.
Okay, so this is a little deeper than my normal. I don't get it.
Then
I don't get
salmon.
it. Then salmon.
0 to 100 real quick.
I know Naz's answer to this. I know it.
Then I'm gonna shut up and then
No.
No, I'm gonna let Lauren respond
Yeah?
first if you know
Okay.
my answer.
we should
So
respond for each other.
if you're if
Okay.
somebody that you're friends with, I mean, not like your best friend, not your best friend, but like a friend, is a little off. They're like, it seems like the vibes are off that day.
Yes.
Do you say, is anything wrong?
Depends on who the person is. Depends
Are
on
you
the,
good?
actually depends on the mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was this girl at school yesterday. I could tell she was off. She wasn't talking to anyone. And I was like, I could check in, but I didn't.
Your face. Damn, Lauren.
And Naz just probably would check in no matter what.
I probably would, but you know what's so crazy that you asked this today? Someone did this to me today.
today.
Yeah. I had dinner last night with a friend and they thought I was off. So they go, hey, you were like a little quiet last night. Like, is everything okay?
Oh.
And so we had a back and forth. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, maybe it was work. I don't know. Like, someone texted me from work. So I was like sort of consumed in that. And then I text her back and I was like, are you upset with me? Are you mad at me? So I was like,
just
so now I
makes
don't know
things
because then it
weirder.
made me think like, why did she think that? Is she mad? Was I not like attentive? It was like, so now I don't know. You know what I mean? It like made me feel insecure. I was like, oh fuck, was I?
No, I totally get that.
Do you know what I mean?
It
Yeah.
could just be like, no, why?
Yeah.
Because
But
I
if
really
you
wasn't
actually-
off. Like nothing's going on.
And if there is something going on, would you even want to disclose that information to someone if you're keeping quiet?
I feel like always ask because
Yeah.
you know, I mean, obviously it's
Yeah.
so obvious. I just feel like people are scared to sort of ask for help or resources, and like it's always nice to be there
Yeah.
probably should always
and ask people, "How's your heart?"
even if it may make it more awkward, I guess.
I tell people, I'll text them if I felt like I was off. I'll be like, oh, hey, sorry, I was off. I just was worried about this and
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about it.
Well, what
at
do
the
you
time."
think?
No, that's what I think. I don't know.
What would you do?
Lois, your food is gone. No, I don't know. I don't know if I want to be. I probably don't want to be asked it because I'm the person that's going to tell you.
So should I not ask you guys?
Well, if you ever think we're off, I don't know.
I don't know. That would scare me though. What if something's happening?
I would tell you. That's
It's
the
usually
thing.
something-
I would
What
say.
if it was something that you were scared to say?
I'm
I
never
wouldn't be
scared to
scared
say
to say
anything.
But what if it's an experience you haven't been through before?
Like what? That's not like
Like things
death.
in life, like miscarriages or like, you know, like
I'm
what
gonna
if
tell
it's
you about a
something?
miscarriage too.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd tell you.
Okay.
But,
Okay,
I mean,
good to know.
ask-
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
We're
Yeah.
just we'd share, but I don't know if everyone would.
Well, I know that I shit on Lauren for ordering too much delivery food, but I know she's not going to stop.
How can you resist when you have DoorDash?
You can't. It's just like it's the modern luxury. It's bringing a restaurant
It's
to your
keeping me
house.
healthy against coronavirus, all right? It's keeping me inside. It's keeping me safe.
Well, that's what NASA's saying, that companies like DoorDash are doing really well in a moment like this because people aren't going to restaurants because they're not trying to be in a social environment.
Right. DoorDash brings all of America's flavors to your door, and ordering is super easy. If you open the DoorDash app, you can choose what you want to eat, the food you want to be delivered to you wherever you are. And not only is your favorite pizza joint already on DoorDash, but there are over 300,000 restaurant
We
partners in
always-
4,000 cities.
What is your like go-to order for
Around here?
No, for anything DoorDash.
Well, you're going to think it's so funny, but it's Maggiano's.
no, that's totally cool.
I know.
Wait,
Because
I
we
didn't
all
know
go
that
to
you got
Maggiano's together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I didn't know that was like something that you ordered in frequently.
Yeah. When we all went that one time, remember how much I
Yeah.
love the rigatoni? I
Yeah.
was like, this is just a perfect pink sauce rigatoni. It's like
Oh,
classic.
it's a mushroom sauce.
Don't
And
talk
oh
about
my God,
it
it's
right
a
now.
bomb.
I
want it right
remade that
now.
one at home because I usually
Ooh.
I know I can make pasta at home, but I know we can't do like Indian, Chinese,
Yeah.
Thai, all that stuff.
Right, so
at
that's
home.
what you
that's what
go
I
to.
usually
yeah.
DoorDash.
Yeah, but you guys can DoorDash anything, so you never have to worry about your next meal. Right now, our listeners can get $5 off their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter the code Get It. That's $5 off your order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter the code Get It. Don't forget, that's code Get It for $5 off your order with DoorDash. I have a good friend related I don't get it that could be a good follow-up to this. So you know how my 30th birthday is coming up this month and I'm throwing a party. So there's someone that sort of that I was close with that's like more of an acquaintance now, but they're friends with friends that I have.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't want to invite them.
Yeah, I know what you're
And I'm
saying.
like, I'm going into my 30s. Like, when are we going to stop pretending?
Inviting the whole class.
Like, exactly. Do
you
I
don't have
need
to
to
invite
invite? I know, but if I don't, I know it'll be a thing. I know
Yeah.
the next time I run into them, it'll be this awkward
then fine,
energy
then just
conversation.
invite them.
But that's so irritating. What do you
That's
guys
life.
think?
That's adulthood, I guess.
Oh my
I know. There's some
God.
things you just gotta suck up.
I just don't understand, because if I wasn't close to someone and I talked to them once a year, I would not be offended if I wasn't invited to their party.
No, me neither. I'm
I
not
would
one
never
to
be offended.
by
Even if all
not
my
being
friends
invited to
went
birthdays.
and they had the best time ever, I would not be mad. I'd be like, I don't talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. But if you want to eliminate drama, then just invite
Yeah.
the person.
It's annoying.
Okay.
You would invite them, Lauren?
Yeah, because I don't want that in my life. It's like one.
yeah,
one
I'd shoot
2
a
hours.
text, like a. I mean, you
Like
would invite, yeah.
the
Plus,
convo
who
or the
wants
pro-
to? If you're not that close, why would you want to go to the birthday party?
They will go though. I know
They
you're talking
will.
about.
I think I
fucking
know who you're
go.
talking about too, and I know that they're gonna go.
Oh, cool, great.
Okay,
Yay! Can't wait.
digital tips at coffee shops. Do
What
you
is
leave
it?
them?
Oh my god, we talked about this yesterday.
We teased this on Sheena's podcast because I was like,
Tips? Do you leave them a coffee
We're on.
shop?
I was
By the
like-
way, we are on Sheena's podcast this week, so tune in.
yeah, we were like, do you leave digital tips? Should we? Are they annoying?
Depends
We'll
on if they're
discuss
really
on the
nice.
I Don't Get a podcast.
It's if they're really nice. If it took a while to make and they made it rather than just putting the order. I don't really understand.
But
I guess
sometimes you don't know.
You split it all.
Yeah,
they
you do.
Split
You
it all
split
at
it
the
all.
end,
Yeah, they
so
split all that at the end.
I had
It's a new thing.
I had a horror story at Blue Bottle. It's on the iPad, and they flip the iPad around, and it's actually a pretty big iPad. And I got something that all they had to do was it was like a carton that was already ready to go in the fridge.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
bought that, but I asked them for a cup of ice, so they literally filled a cup of ice, gave it to me. So they charged me, and I figured, no tip. They didn't really make
Yeah.
a coffee or whatever. Not that people don't deserve a tip. I feel like the worst now.
No,
but
but
you know what I mean.
That's the argument at hand. Do you tip everyone for everything these days?
Exactly.
Because
So-
the screens tell you you're supposed to shame you into it.
Yeah, so there's the 3 options. There's a no tip, $1, $2, $3. And there's a line behind me. It's like a massive line.
my
And
God.
I hit no tip and it doesn't work. And I hit no tip again. It doesn't work. And I hit no tip a third time. I'm like, oh my God, everyone behind me is in
Okay, well, then don't-
So I
$1
left
tip,
$2.
Ness.
I left $2.
Okay.
Oh.
But did I ever tell you guys the story of one of my bosses at the Dodgers who said that he was getting coffee and he paid with cash and his $20 bill fell in the tip jar?
That's a Seinfeld. Isn't that a Seinfeld episode?
No, it should be.
I
It
think
should
there
be
is
an
a Seinfeld
of Curb.
episode. Yeah, there is a Seinfeld episode where
About that?
Kramer or George, they drop it in there and then they go in and pick it out. And then, of course, of course, the owner sees them picking it out, and then he like chases them down and says never again. And then George is like, where am I supposed to get my boss's paninis anymore?
And that is Mrs.
Stromboli's.
Haven, everyone. Good job.
Very
I love
good.
that.
Yeah, I know.
What would you guys do? Would you take the 20?
In that case,
A 20.
No. Once it's in the jar, gotta keep it in there.
20.
Oh God, I don't know. Depends how awkward it'd be to put your hand in there. How big the jar is. It's an easy reach.
I don't know. I think you're so risky. You'd have to literally tell the
embarrassing.
employee.
Be like, I accidentally dropped it. I will put a 5 in there.
I'd probably
I'd
leave
say
it.
I'd probably
leave
say
it.
something for like a 50, but not a 20.
oh yeah.
Who carries 50s?
I don't know. 50s are like kind of obsolete
Oh my
now.
God,
aren't
now
they?
I want a 50. I want to go to the bank and just have 50s.
Wait,
in
I
my
haven't
pocket.
seen a $50 bill in a long time.
I don't think I think I've seen a
get them-
$50 bill once.
I get them from Aunt Laura on my birthday.
Oh yeah, it's a good birthday from an
Yeah.
uncle aunt. It's just
Yes.
like a $50 bill in the cart.
Okay, wait. So yeah, I still don't know. I guess it depends on service. It depends on the amount, like what you're doing. If it's a fast casual place, like if it's
Chipotle.
no, I wouldn't even see Chipotle.
Like
I'd say,
Shake
like,
Shack.
No, Shake Shack is just about like Chipotle. What if I know that this is not
isn't
like
that
like a
fast casual?
Panera?
That Panera is the same as a Shake Shack and
You put your order in and you
Chipotle.
wait for it.
I feel
Yeah.
like you get the okay, fine. So I don't know. Do you do that though?
What do you do at
I don't
Panera?
know. I usually don't. But ever since Jack worked at Burgerim, I was like,
Now you think about it.
now
I
I
think
think
about
about
it,
it because he worked a lot
Right.
of what he got was off tips, and they were very important for him. But
Right,
you wouldn't
right.
think at a fast
And that
casual
wouldn't,
place.
yeah, and that wouldn't be the case. He wouldn't get like any tips. If it wasn't for that new electronic thing.
I know.
You know?
Yeah,
But
because
you do-
of course you would never think.
Well, because
know.
people rarely carry cash. That's really the
Well,
reason.
that's
I
my
kn-
other. That's a great new one. So I've found myself at too many valets recently, being like, "I'm sorry, I don't have cash on me."
That's
But
why
like,
you
you
always
always
have
give the
cash.
valet like $3, right?
Yeah.
I think valets should now have on like their little stand.
100%.
It should say Venmo and then like this and like the company name.
yeah,
So you
or
can
just
tip-
have the
send the-
smart.
or just have like a little tablet when you're waiting for your car to tip.
Yeah,
and they split the
Yeah,
tips
they
Totally,
really do
right?
miss out
Yeah.
on so many because of that.
yeah, and I.
It's
cash
terrible.
is so on the way out. I feel
Cash
like,
has been
kind of.
canceled for years.
So like the
Cash
people
is
who are
canceled.
cash based need to like find a new way.
Cash is for like normcore
When was the last time you
fathers.
took out money?
Too long ago.
It's a great. Well, actually, no. We took out money yesterday.
No, we didn't.
Didn't I take? Oh, I took out money last night at dinner.
Okay, yeah, it barely ever happens. Moving on. I'm inconclusive on that one. Still.
Depends
us
on
know-
your mood.
Let us know what you think in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys let us know. And if you have a job that is dependent on those screen tips. Lauren and I both had fainting episodes within the past 2 weeks since being on the podcast.
You fainted?
I fainted while getting my breast biopsied. You guys, I'm
You already
benign.
talked about this last episode.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I talked about fainting. Lauren. I delete the ones that we've already talked
Okay,
about.
but I do remember talking about you fainting last week on this episode.
But did we
on an
record
episode.
it?
we talked about the freaking out of fainting.
Yeah, because remember I touched your boob.
Yes, we did.
No, we talked about that during the gyno episode because I was like, I fainted during a biopsy. How am I not going to faint during childbirth?
Okay. I get it. I guess I felt your boob off air.
Yeah.
Was my boob that memorable that you remember feeling?
Well, I actually may not be memorable because I don't remember if it was
Oh,
on air or
man.
off air.
Well, now I feel like a loser.
So anyway, I fainted, and Lauren goes to the doctor. Well, the doctor, you know, she's a doctor, but Lauren went to go get her eyebrows lifted last week, and she fainted in the same way. We didn't lose consciousness, but like we got really sweaty, blacked out, and then
So what does that mean?
We
Did
didn't
you
hear anything.
fall?
We
Did
didn't
you
hear
fall?
anything.
My head couldn't hold it, so my head went back. And it was
So your head went back, you blacked out, your
And
eyes
my
closed.
ear-
ears are
the
ringing.
hearing.
There's no sound.
No sound.
That's never happened to me
Can't hear
before.
That never
anything.
happened to me until this past biopsy.
Whoa.
Yeah,
so
'cause
that can
I've,
just
like-
happen later in life.
I've gotten faint before, been like, oh, I gotta sit down, holy shit. But then,
Right.
but like this was like, got lost hearing.
I have a friend that's like really faint prone.
Yeah.
She faints all the time.
Really?
One time she fainted in the shower and it was like really
that's
scary.
bad.
Yeah.
That's really scary.
I know.
Does she faint in like
Why
crowded
do-
places when she gets so overheated or
I
something?
don't know, but I'm like very fascinated by this now. I kind of want to do a podcast on like why do people faint?
It's because you're losing blood to the head.
Right, but I want to
But
know why
mentally,
certain
we're freaking
people
out. We're freaking out. It's not like anything's actually happening. You know?
Well, no, in my case, there's like it's like some weird little
It's
like
mental.
frenzy. No, it's not all mental. They even said they're
No,
like
it has
this
to be
happens.
biological, like with blood. And
Yeah, that happens with
Don't
like
faint.
being pierced in some area, and then like I don't know. They said that there's some people can't help it.
if only there was a thing we
It's
could
not
type
just
this into
mental.
I know.
and figure out what it is.
Okay,
Let me
but
see.
Lauren and I specifically wanted to talk about the frenzy, the panic surrounding fainting, and how funny that is. Because when you feel like you're gonna faint, you're like,
shit,
"Oh
I gotta
God,
tell someone
oh,
I'm gonna
shit,
faint."
I gotta tell
Oh,
them.
that-
This
oh,
is
like
so
right before
embarrassing."
it
And then that makes you
happens.
even more anxious and lightheaded because you're nervous to say, I'm going to faint.
Oh, no.
And then you think faster.
Then you're like, "I will be fine. I will be fine. I will be fine." And you're like, "You are not fine.
I
You
know.
are panicking."
Okay.
It's like you are going down.
It's like caution, caution, here we go. Timber.
It's like when Aladdin, in the cave, like starts crumbling in, and you're like, "Oh,
yeah.
Oh, the
it's
Cave of
going
Wonders.
down."
And I'm like, think happy thoughts. And I'm like, butterflies, rainbows. I hate those things. Rain.
I thought that last time. I was like, think of Lois with Jared, and then I was like,
I'm
nope,
Mom,
not working.
Mom buying me jackets, going to lunch with Mom.
You did that too.
Think happy thoughts, think happy thoughts. That's so funny. Obviously, fainting happens when your brain doesn't get enough blood, and that causes you to briefly lose consciousness. One of the most common reasons people faint is in reaction to an emotional trigger.
Really?
For example, the
Mine's
sight
always
of
physical.
blood or extreme excitement, anxiety, or fear may cause some people to faint. Also, obviously, like dehydration and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, see, it's all mental.
Yeah. But your blood volume
You did lose
decreases,
blood, though.
and your
Losing
blood
blood.
pressure, it causes your blood pressure to drop, obviously.
Well, they're freaking me out. They're like, "Don't look down. Don't look down. Don't look down. Don't look at your, like, don't look at where we're sticking the needle in." Okay,
Right,
so-
right.
All right. So another thing that I have on the list is a little bit more emotional. I don't know why I preface every single one of my I don't get it by saying this is that before I actually say it.
This is stupid. This is stupid.
Yeah. You like give a description.
Okay, so at Kobe's funeral at the memorial, Beyonce and Jay-Z were wearing sunglasses inside, and I'm like, why? We have to just shield our eyes from showing our emotion.
I think actually, this is so interesting. A lot of people wear sunglasses to funerals.
I
And
know, but
I
sometimes
actually think
they're
it's
outside.
acceptable.
I know it is acceptable, but I'm saying, should it be like the norm? Like
I think
so
it's
many
okay.
people. I get it if you're like, out there in the cemetery, but like to wear it inside, just why don't we just say we're all sad, like we're crying?
I may take a more cynical take and think that they took this opportunity to be fashionable.
You think? I don't think so.
No?
No. I think they were
No.
close with him.
So they were just crying. They don't want to show their puffy eyes.
I think,
Yeah.
well, first of all, celebrities wear sunglasses inside all the time.
I know,
All the
but
time. Like
I
literally musicians
know.
sing. So I don't, first, because of that reason, it's not weird. And on top of it, they're at a funeral where someone died where people normally wear sunglasses to shield them crying.
I know, but
you
why
and I
do
are
we
very,
do that?
Well, because
like, isn't that something we should get over? Like we should just be like, here, I'm crying.
yeah.
Big whoop.
Yeah. Some people aren't as like brave as we are, I guess.
Yeah,
I just find
As far as
wearing
crime.
sunglasses, even when the sun's directly in your eyes, to be annoying. So I think sunglasses suck.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
that's
that's
my take
interesting
on that,
though.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that like it's something that people did when showing emotion like wasn't as
Like a
much-
1950s
Yeah.
woman,
Yeah, the
her
50s
husband
thing.
was
Yeah,
at
totally.
war.
Right.
Yeah, but now we're like cool with them.
I get what you're saying. Like, it could be
Emotional
nice to
revolution.
see everyone's like eyes in that moment and see like how they're emotionally reacting.
Maybe
And
they
if you're
weren't
sort of like
emotionally reacting and they're
shadowing-
hiding that.
I knew Lauren was going to say that.
No.
Conspiracy theory.
No.
Okay.
I heard a very funny conspiracy theory at school this week.
What?
The government killed Kobe to cover up coronavirus, to try to downplay coronavirus.
No, I think the government's obsessed with coronavirus.
I know. So I guess
Yeah, I
now
know.
they were like, oh, they tried to like stop the madness, so they killed Kobe.
Lauren, that is insane.
That's terrible.
Well,
That's a horrible theory.
Yeah.
people think the world is flat.
Well, people also think we never went to the moon. Yeah, flat earthers, get out of here.
I'm sure this person was a flat earther.
I
Okay,
feel like the guy went on a date with Susie was a flat earther.
maybe. Gosh.
Wait, what was I going to say? We haven't even talked about Corona, which is kind of hilarious because it is like the most.
I watched Mama Dr.
talked
Jones'
about.
YouTube video on coronavirus this morning. It was very informative.
I'm glad we didn't talk. We haven't talked about it, and we shouldn't because I feel like there's so much misinformation.
Yeah.
Why perpetuate it?
Right.
Yeah.
She was very.
But it's just
direct.
so insane.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
so
just
crazy.
one comment, you know, how like the whole statistic that people die more frequently from the flu come out. It's like all over there. Well, you know how they're like, there's been 6 confirmed cases of coronavirus today. Well, what if it was like, there's been 6 confirmed cases of coronavirus today, and there has been 700 confirmed cases of the flu today.
Right.
And then it's like, there's been 1 death from coronavirus today. There has been 36 deaths from the flu today. Like, why don't we just do that comparison on the news?
I know. So, yeah, whatever. We could go on about coronavirus and, you know, how more people die of the flu and whether it's propaganda or not, or how there's no vaccine and like how people that have it literally don't know where to go. And I'm flying tonight, so I might get it. But I don't get it is, I just don't want to waste time talking about it because I talk about it all day, every day. I don't get it is how Corona beer sales are suffering.
I feel so bad for them.
I literally want to go and buy. Not everything is suffering. Postmates is fucking killing it. Netflix is slaying. Also, I got an email.
Could you imagine how the
Lysol
cleaning
Purell
companies-
CEOs are fucking like laughing so hard right now. I went into
People who make
CVS,
the fucking masks are like rolling in. They would have never thought they would have
rolling
this.
in. What was it? I feel bad for Corona beer, but
So bad. I'm gonna go buy
You
a
know
couple.
that Chinese food places in New York City
I
are
told you
also-
this.
Oh, was
yeah,
that you?
plummeting. Sales
Can
are
you-
plummeting.
Lizzie told us
said-
that.
No. She told me, and then
I
I told Lizzie
Ashley
yesterday.
and Jared.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so like influenced. I'm such an influencer.
Just
It's
told
true.
5.
It's really
And
sad.
then the last thing I was going to say, I hate when this happens. I forgot.
Oh,
Well,
God.
I got an email from Alaska Airlines last night saying flights to Hawaii are now $100.
I know!
And I literally go,
I know.
coronavirus is worth going to Hawaii.
I agree.
I think
Let's
I'm probably
go. Should we
gonna
go?
I agree.
This is the best time to go to Hawaii. It's like from now to May. Let's go.
Shay called me this morning. She goes, flights to Hawaii are $100. And I was like, buy your flight now. She's going next month. Like, buy it now.
Do you know that flights home to DC are still very expensive?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Well,
People
it's
need to
You're
get
on
on
the
the
mainland because you're on the mainland.
I guess
the
so.
mainland. The
Yeah.
fucking
Because you're
memes.
flying closer to China.
Yeah. The
Yeah, I
memes are
know.
literally killing me where it's like people with the flu like stay in, watch Netflix, like drink a lot of fluids.
Introverts.
People with coronavirus like let's go ziplining in Austria.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
It's so funny.
I know. Okay, so our last I don't get it. Well, actually, I have something else, but it's not I don't get it. Another conversation topic. But our last I don't get it for the day is the freaking Mac adapters. This is what happened. This happened because last episode we were trying to find like a phone adapter. You know how you now can't charge your phone and listen to music with like a cord anymore. That is why Apple do you do that? Why Apple do you make your new MacBook Pro have only one outlet plug thing? So like you have to get an adapter so that you can adapt that insert area to like your external hard drive, any SD cards, anything like that. They all require adapters now. Why
We're all
would you
going to
do
need like
this?
pencil
'Cause
pouches
they want
to put
more
all
money.
of our extra adapters.
I know, but
in.
it's
More
so
money for us.
dumb.
The
Do you really need
disrespect-
that much more money?
The disrespect. Like the fact that I have to go and buy a fucking $60 adapter, just like upload my files and
No,
footage.
exactly.
Or like find a certain pair of headphones, or if I have a pair of headphones, they
Oh my
won't work on
God.
the plane.
For the flight,
It's
I have
so
I have
irritating.
I have new headphones, I have AirPods, and then I have ones to work the TV screen. You know?
Exactly. You
I
need
have
one for the
3.
TV screen, so you can't even retire those. You
It's
need to bring those
ridiculous.
on every flight. And then like you have like your wireless, and then maybe the other one, so that if your wireless dies, you
have the
plug
other one
those
just
in
in
for your phone.
Headphones are like sex. Like
God,
sometimes you can't find the hole.
Having
You know.
all of our Mac products is really hard on us.
Okay, I know this is the most first world problem ever, but you know Mac did
It
it
is
just
first
to
world.
annoy us and just to make money off adapters.
Yeah, it's
there's
rude.
no way that
It looks
insert-
sleeker, I guess.
No, there's no way that insert or whatever you want to call it is
Bless
like
you.
any more effective or cool than the old ones.
Yeah.
I guarantee
jacks,
Dad would
jacks.
think it's cool.
No, they do look
What do you mean?
sleeker.
I feel like Dad would be like, it's so cool and sleek.
I want to buy their things. I want them to innovate. I want them to be creative. I will buy their products as long as they enhance my life.
Right.
What they fuck up with is like making me buy extra accessories that make my life less convenient. What Apple should be doing is making my life as convenient as possible.
Right. But yeah, that's what I'm saying is obviously they had to invent a headphone that only they sell, because otherwise with the regular headphone jack, you could go and buy any other headphone.
Is it just Apple that makes these jacks now?
Yeah. Well, and then once Apple came out with the design, then, you know, generic brands started copying it. But before, no one had that like thin thing. It was very specific. Yeah. So it's obviously just their way of getting more money out of us.
Yeah, like Android
which is annoying.
Has the generic plug that plugs in like everything.
Like the generic
I don't even know
USB. I don't know what that thing
Android
is called.
Still has a better camera, I think.
You think?
Camera.
Over the 11 Pro Max?
I don't know. My 11 Pro Max is only still really good in right lighting.
Really?
Or
I
in
feel
night
like it's
mode.
great.
Honestly,
I
in
haven't taken
night
a
mode,
photo
it
in
is
years.
fantastic in
Let's
night
see.
mode.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
Let me see.
I don't know. That looks pretty clear to me, that picture alone.
No, it doesn't.
No?
What other I don't get
No.
it do you have? Any fun ones?
I mean, they're fine.
We're like
Sorry,
taking
guys.
pictures. No, we have the same
why is your
phone,
phone-
Ash.
Ashley, you've always thought that someone else's phone is better than yours.
Yeah, I do. I
Really?
always think somebody
She
else
al-
is fun.
It's it's the same.
Different lighting, so obviously it's going to look different.
It's the same.
Okay.
Yours looks better, actually.
So, is there
So-
a movie, you guys, that you feel like for some reason you find super rewatchable? Jared and I really like the Rewatchable podcast on the Ringer Network. But I was thinking, I mean, obviously we have our rewatchable favorite movies. Like,
Right.
we all know what our favorite movies are. I have one rewatchable movie that whenever it's on TV, even though like I would never consider it one of my favorite movies, I always stop on it.
What
I
is it?
always watch it till the end.
What?
Gone Girl.
What?
Yeah.
And you
Really?
watch it to the end?
I watch it to the end.
That's
And,
like a
here
movie
she
you have
is.
to pay
She arrives-
attention
She arrives
into.
with the blood all over her, and they keep it on for hours and hours.
Oh my God.
I have no idea why. I just always
That's
like.
so
I don't know. I just
funny.
really like Ben
So
Affleck.
you're
I
asking
guess.
us if we have
Yeah,
a
I
movie that we
think
don't
that's what it is.
love, but we put on every time?
No, I mean, like I
Oh.
like that movie, obviously, but like when I saw it in the movie theater, would I ever be like, "This is the movie that you're going to stop on every time you see it on TV"?
I think Disney movies to me are incredibly, like, so obviously rewatchable.
I don't know. Pretty Woman's on all the time, and
Yeah,
I'll
Pretty
never
Woman
not
is
click
yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
but
Pretty
that's like
Woman's
one of
a
my
great
favorite
one.
movies. Like
Sex
not
and
like
the
a
City,
weird
though,
one.
too,
no,
right?
I know, but those are like the obvious
I know,
rewatchables.
I know.
Okay, so like a non-obvious one.
do you guys have a non-obvious one?
I can't think of any.
I mean, I
non-obvious
would
ones
watch
until-
Cool Runnings. I know we're talking about it over
There
and
we
over
go.
and over again.
That's what I'm
like,
asking.
I would watch it to the end because the moment when they can all turn in the bobsled is like so fulfilling to me. I would watch Cool Runnings till the end.
I can't think of
that's
one. I got
funny.
nothing. I can't
No?
even think of one movie
yeah,
right
you
now.
can, Lauren. Yeah, you can.
A movie that I watched to the end?
Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a real.
I never
that's a
watched it
obvious
to
one.
the end.
No, I never even put that on. Really?
Really?
I put it on during Christmas and Halloween. I can't think of anyone. I don't like watching movies till the end because they get frustrating right before the end. Okay, what's else?
That's
What
all.
else? That's it.
I'm done.
Fuck Ash.
I got you all.
Lauren,
I got
now
all
you
of
have to
them.
have
Yeah,
one.
you don't have a single thing. You've
don't-
not brought up
I-
a thing.
I get everything.
Oh, you
Carry
get
the
everything
team on
now?
my back. Come on, Lauren. You have one. I don't get it. Everyone pisses you off.
I know. You
know.
got to start writing these down.
Because I'd sound like a terrible, cynical. Like, I don't understand why people say hello to me.
That's
So-
amazing.
Yeah, that's so funny. Come
Come
on.
I don't get how people bring their lunches to work.
Why?
Because it smells.
Because
Lauren is so sensitive to other people thinking that your food is smelly.
yes,
Like
yes.
when I
People come in with our break room with their own boiled eggs.
Yeah, whatever,
and
Lauren. Let
they
them eat their own boiled eggs. They're
own
saving money. You know what? You know, I
saving
won't embarrass you here, but maybe you should stop. You know, getting delivery food every night.
Well, this is why Lauren doesn't bring anything else because
Those are her guilty eyes.
This is why I can't fucking say anything. So I can't fucking say anything. It's not a
You
guilty
spend
eyes.
way too much money on delivery.
I eat one meal a day, which
Okay.
adds up to like a
you
lot
deliver
of
your
meals.
one meal, which is like $50.
My asshole. That is not $50.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Well,
anyways,
Lauren-
I just
Lauren doesn't
don't.
like
I
it.
don't know. I would never be like satisfied with whatever I brought by the time it was time to eat.
always
I will say you
satisfied.
should, if you're going on a plane, you goddamn need to be conscious of bringing fish on a plane or like anything that smells weird.
I'm very bad. Like I'm shamelessly
Ashley
will bring
brings
tuna.
beers
You're the
and
person
rice
that
to the
brings
movie
the tuna.
theater.
Yeah,
I did. I will bring
Tupperware.
Yeah.
She'll put it in a Ziploc bag and eat it out of that.
Actually, one time I can't laugh because me and Ashley she
I
snuck
got
in
some pokey
pokey
that
for
one
us.
time.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's a takeout. That's different to me. Bring your homemade fucking refried beans. It's disgusting.
you are my
I will
mother.
say
You are.
that sometimes I
That's
can be
so
a little bit
nasty.
frugal.
A little bit. Bringing refried beans in a Ziploc to the movies? That is on a little bit. That is on a little
You guys,
bit.
I had this idea that it was a 2.5 hour
I have something
movie,
else.
and I was like, look, I want to eat during the movie, and I want to have my leftovers, and they're delicious, and that's what I did. I brought
my
Tupperware to the
God.
movie theater, and I say that's a little untraditional.
Untraditional. It's so gross.
You're literally the bean
I
lady.
don't know
Ew.
why,
And like
But
of
I
all
don't
foods.
care what people next to me think
I know,
about
but
my
I
beans.
am that person next to you, you know?
That's why Lauren has like a PTSD probably.
I do.
From who? Who destroyed you with
You
beans?
bringing Brussels sprouts to Beauty and the Beast, probably. Jesus Christ, Ashley, you.
My friends are gonna
Wait, we brought Greg eating Beauty and the Beast.
literally. I was 3 and you brought Brussels sprouts.
Oh, it's really
You.
funny, but honestly, I don't
God.
know why you care so much.
I don't know why
Do you
either.
think
It's because of you.
Has somebody ever come up to you and been like, "Wow, your sister's beans smell really bad"?
So rude.
No,
because it's just embarrassing. I don't know why that embarrasses me.
Yeah,
okay?
it does. Lauren gets embarrassed by me, which also makes me kind of want to do it more.
Exactly. This is not helping my cause. Another reason why I don't say bye. I don't get it.
Oh my God, that was so rich. I needed that laugh.
My-
I needed that ab workout.
I know. One of my what I realized was I was with some
Lauren, see, this is why you need to bring more I don't get to the
Okay.
table because they're so
I
funny.
know. You're carrying the whole next round.
Okay, I got it. Whenever I go into a store and there's like a sales associate that asks or like looking at me and says, "Do I need help or anything?" I feel the need to buy a lot to prove to them that I
Really?
can buy a lot.
Wait, well, that's another bad habit of
It's
yours.
a terrible habit. Yes.
You have the worst habit.
I know. Okay. I don't know
You
where that
just like,
scarred
why don't
me.
you just throw money in the toilet?
I don't know.
Oh,
Just-
you want to hear another way Lauren throws money into
Oh,
the
let's not
toilet?
crucify Lauren.
Please don't crucify me.
Well,
But yeah, I do want to hear.
the parking tickets are still out of this world.
After she paid him off?
Yo, I don't remember
Lauren,
getting
the
these tickets.
overmodulation of this. Jared tells me when he checks the mail, at least once a week, Lauren got another
I
ticket.
never get them. They're the same ones.
No,
Oh, it's a reminder for the same one.
that get upped in price every single time because I go, did you, Lauren, pay the ticket? Pay the
I
ticket.
paid that ticket.
You didn't, Lauren. You didn't pay that ticket. She does this every time.
Remember when Lauren lied
Yes.
about what was it from your trunk?
Oh,
Did we
yeah.
say that on the
No, we
podcast?
didn't. We wanted
that
to-
is
there you go.
Please share that story because that is the most iconic Ashley Lauren story I've ever fucking heard. Ashley, regale.
Okay. So it's the kind of similar. So I was there's two sides. This
is why I don't talk.
No, this happened all in one
it's
day.
so
This
funny.
happened all in one day. I was like, Lauren, did you pay your ticket? Did you pay that ticket? Did you pay that ticket? And then she was like, no. I don't remember. Did the ticket have anything to do with it? It's all
It had nothing to do with
No,
the
it was
ticket.
something
you asked
else.
Me to
You
go
asked her to
the-
send
Okay, you
package.
both send the
You
package.
asked her to
Okay,
send a
okay,
package,
okay.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll start there.
Once upon a
Sorry,
time.
but you guys, there's so many times where I ask Lauren if she's paid the ticket, she says yes, and then I drop it, and then I'll get an envelope in the mail saying pay this ticket at the additional cost because you didn't pay it, like late, you paid it late, and I'd be like, you said that you paid it, and then she goes, oops, so now I have her send me the receipt.
Should this be a segment on the podcast? Did Lauren pay the ticket?
Lauren's oopsies.
Lauren's oopsies. It's so fucking good.
Okay, so this is what cracked up now. It's a couple weeks ago. Whoa.
Oh, she got some wax in her ears.
No, okay.
When was the last time you cleaned those?
Okay. Ashley's oopsies.
Ashley's oopsies.
Okay, so Jared and I were away for the weekend, and I was shocked when I came. So I asked Lauren just once to send something in the mail to my friend in Buffalo, And I got back to the apartment and I was astonished that the package was actually gone. And I was like, holy shit, she sent it. That's amazing. So then I text her.
Oh, this is bad.
When I see I text her when I see that the bear's gone. And then I go, you sent that? And then she goes, yeah. And I go, how much was it? And she goes, $40. Now just laughing because she knows the ending. And then I go, what the hell? $40? Man, shipping is so much these days. And then she goes, yeah. I was like, did you just ask him like whatever the cheapest way to ship it was? And then she goes, yeah. And I'm like, all right, well, thank you. And then I out of courtesy,
I pick her up, but
out of courtesy,
you Venmo her.
I Venmo'd her $40. No question. I already asked my questions. And then Lauren picks me up the next day.
She goes, what's in the back seat?
I go, what's that box in the trunk? And she goes, oh, nothing. It's nothing. And then I go, what the hell is that? And then I see that it is the box that she had supposedly sent over to Buffalo.
I totally forgot.
Yeah.
How did you come up with $40?
Because I knew it was going to be around $40.
Yeah,
But you
okay.
also just like
I
let
swear.
me Venmo you. Like,
Yeah, you're just
Because
so fucking
because
mean.
this is it. I was just going to do it the next day, and then it was the back of the trunk, so I forgot it was back
No,
there.
of course. So then it was
So
like
what if
5
it was
days
like
later.
$28? Would
Then
you
I would
return the
have not
12?
returned the 12.
No.
Quite
So then-
honestly, I'm not going to lie.
So 5 days later, I see it still in the back of the car. So I was like, I'll send it. So then I go and I send it. It was actually shockingly
$38.
$33. And then
$7 service
and then I go,
charge.
hey Lauren, Venmo me back the $40. I just went and sent it myself. And she's like, okay. And then of course, never Venmo me back. I had to sit next to her as she did it on her phone.
What?
And that concludes today's episode of
No,
Lauren's
no,
Oopsies.
No, then it got worse because the same day that I found the box in the trunk, I asked Lauren, I go, hey, the new registration tags, like, can you go through the glove compartment to see if they're in there? I think we just stuck the envelope in there when we got them in the mail. And then she goes, I checked, not in here.
She asked me to look for stickers. I didn't see stickers.
I literally said, I think we stuck the envelope in the glove compartment.
Okay, where we go?
Okay.
Lauren's Oopsies.
And then we're on our way to your place.
Yeah.
Your place. And then I open up the glove compartment right there, straight away. Not even going through a whole bunch of different papers. Is the envelope?
Lauren, you
open
didn't
the
open
envelope,
it.
and there
I
are
didn't
the
open the
stickers.
envelope. I thought I was just looking for stickers.
I specifically said there's an envelope with stickers, and there they were,
Oh, well.
right there in front of my face.
Amazing content. This is
This is Lauren's attention to detail.
Hunter's catching on to all of this as well because
Wait,
he's asked me
really?
like 50 times to like ask if I can graduate with 1,500 hours based on like different licensure
Yeah, yeah.
requirements,
Yeah,
whatever. And he's like, "Did you ask today?" I'm like, "No."
Why
Every
haven't you
day.
asked? Why haven't
Because
you
I don't
asked?
want to know the answer.
Lauren, that's a
Why?
stupid thing to do.
and
Why
I go,
don't you
"You're
wanna know
gonna
that-
know this."
Lauren, this is like how you get nowhere in life.
Wait, why don't you want to know the answer?
Because I just want to kind of live in my head that I could graduate with 1,500 hours and not have to have the definite no, you need the 1,600 hours.
so you're
you
scared
need-
to find out
Lauren,
you need
get
100
your
more
1,600 hours and go to school all the days of the week. Just catch up. Catch up.
Excuse me, I have an 81%, which is actually pretty good.
hours. Yay, high five. That's amazing.
Why isn't it higher?
It's
Lauren, Ashley?
It's attendance, not fucking.
You have 81% attendance?
Yeah.
You've attended, there's 20% of days you have not attended?
Of 1,600 hours, I have 81%.
That's
okay,
a lot.
you have to go to school all your hours.
Ashley, I'm gonna fucking slay your fucking asshole.
See, this-
Obviously, I'm going all 1,600 hours.
So what, you're just delayed by 20%? Is that what it is?
No, 90 is when you're on graduation
Oh, okay,
mark.
okay. So you still have 10% to go.
Yes, 100. That 90 to 100 is you're graduating early.
Do you guys like love the way that whenever Lauren's being a bad girl, she gets mad at
Because
me?
she's being obviously annoying.
I love how they both look at me like I'm supposed to like judge Judy and like put my gavel
But
down.
that is like
no,
when
Lord, go follow your ass. I didn't just waste a year of my life.
I'm not getting in the middle of this.
Lauren,
You guys have fun.
It's just exactly when she had the 6 tickets, and I was like, Lauren, you have 6 tickets to pay for, and they're under my car.
Okay.
Like, if I get pulled
Goodbye.
over,
Thank you all for listening.
and then she would curse me out for like her having them.
She just doesn't shut up.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
right,
We love you. Bye.
I don't get it.
Podcast.